Welcome to the Floodgate podcast, brought to you by the Palestine Chronicle. We are here to engage with today's most pressing issues and unpack them beyond the cliches of mainstream media. I am your host, Ramzy Baroud, and I am honored to be joined by a distinguished guest in the studio today, His Excellency Professor Ahmed Davutoğlu, former Prime Minister of the Republic of Turkey and the current leader of the Future Party. Professor Davutoğlu's tenure as the Minister of Foreign Affairs between 2009-2014 and Prime Minister 2014 to 2016 saw Turkey navigate some of the most challenging international waters. Today, he continues to shape political discourse as the leader of the Future Party. He is an accomplished professor and author with notable works including Systemic Earthquake and the Struggle for World Order and Alternative Paradigms. His upcoming book, co edited with Professor Richard Falk, Genocide in Gaza Voices of Global Conscience, promises to be a crucial read in understanding the ongoing crisis. We are incredibly grateful to have Professor Davutoglu here today, especially given his busy schedule. Professor, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for this opportunity.
Absolutely. To kick things off, let's dive into a topic that's been circulating for a few days now. On February 12th, during your speech at the Turkish Grand National Assembly, the parliament, you made a statement that has sparked some debate. And we are quoting here what you said. The last legitimate state of Gaza is the Ottoman Empire. We, as the Republic of Turkey, the legitimate continuation of the Ottoman Empire, must treat Gaza as our historical kin and citizens. Let Gaza hold a referendum to join Turkey as an autonomous region until a Palestinian state is established. Some have interpreted this as you advocating for the re-establishment of the Ottoman Empire, with one notable Twitter account claiming that you want the Ottoman Empire, quote, all over again. Given that such claims and accusations have come in relations to Turkey's foreign policy in the past, could you please help us understand the full context and intent behind your words?
Thank you very much for this opportunity. First, I want to salute heroic Palestinian brothers and sisters for their great resistance against colonial approach, not only Israel, but those who are complicit with Israel. Resisting against genocide is the great honor for the Palestinian people. And I respect and I remember all of our martyrs, including Ismail Haniyeh, who was my very close friend, including Yahya Sinwar, for whom I have mediated during the exchange of prisoners for Gilad Shalit, and many others. So for Palestine, for me, is the land of Palestinians. But Masjid al-Aqsa and Jerusalem is the city of all Muslims and all humanity, in fact. So we cannot see this as a national issue of a particular country or a particular people. Palestinians are representing all of us. Palestinians are dying for the honor and dignity for Muslim Ummah, for the humanity. So today, humanity means Palestine, Palestine means humanity. So those who do not understand my statement, they try to accuse or create a speculation about some sort of Ottomanism or neo-Ottomanism. No, I didn't say this in a vacuum. I said this as a reaction to Trump's arrogant neo-imperial colonialism. Everybody remembers, I was in the UN General Assembly in November 2012 when Palestine was declared as an unmember status of UN. And there I was the only minister from the region, the only minister supporting in this statement, supporting Palestine. And I was embraced by President Mahmoud Abbas and all Palestinians. And I was with him when we raised the flag of Palestine in front of UN building. So for me, Palestine doesn't belong to anyone, neither to Turkey nor any other country, nor United States. Palestine belongs to Palestinians. But, you know, before that statement, I was watching Al Jazeera one night before. One lady was crying. She was saying, we are not afraid of explosions. We are afraid of silence. So Palestinians today, they are not scared of Israeli attacks, but the silence of Muslim countries, the silence of Arab countries, including the silence of my own country, Türkiye, disturbing Palestinian people more than the enemies. So what did I try to do? Before the meeting with Trump, Netanyahu claimed that they would withdraw Middle Eastern borders with Trump. So Netanyahu and Trump, one is the leader of a global power, but didn't have any historical background in our region. The other one is a genocide criminal, and they sit in Washington and they declare that they will redraw Middle Eastern map. And Trump declared that Israel will turn, Gaza will be turned to United States at the end of the fighting, and they will control Gaza. Those who were silent to this, they are now criticizing me. I said this in such a context. Everybody must understand. As a friend of Palestine, everybody remembers 2012 war. I was in Gaza when Israel was bombarding. I was with my wife in Shifa hospital, not as a Turk, not a former Ottoman subject, but as a human being. I was with them, and I am with Palestinians forever. The silence came from the Muslim world. No Muslim leader addressed to Trump and said, until and unless you stop this arrogant language, we will not meet you. Nobody said this. Some met with Trump, praising him. Some is waiting in line to meet him. Some are silent. In the absence of this voice, in such a silent situation, I raised the voice and I talked to Trump. You might be the leader of a big power, of a global power, but our region belongs to us. Our region doesn't mean Turkish region, Ottoman region, Arab region. No, Middle East belongs to the people of Middle East. And then there are three subjects are here important, Brother Ramzy. You know me and my approach. First, I challenge Trump. Trump mentality, genocidal mentality, he says that people of Gaza would be sent to another country, Saudi Arabia or Jordan or Egypt. This is typical racist American approach towards Native Americans. Similarly now, he is implementing his own genocidal approach, saying, oh, there are some people, they're Palestinians, they are not, they are like human animals, what they said Israelis. We can easily transfer them to another part of the world. He sees this as a right of his power. I am telling to him, look, you are claiming certain, arrogant ownership of Gaza, but we, as Turkey, I am saying this, Arab countries should say the same thing. Arab countries should say Egyptians, Saudi Arabians, Jordanians, no, we can take care of Gaza. What hell do you have a business in Gaza? Mm-hmm. The legal argument is this. People of Gaza, after the withdrawal of Ottoman state, where Izzettin Kassam fought in Ottoman army. Ottoman army was not Turkish army. Ottoman army was an army resisting against colonialism, British or French colonialism. After end of Ottomans, British mandate came. Gaza people didn't become citizen. Then Israel came, Gaza people didn't become citizen, or Palestinians. Then now I am saying to Trump, if you have such a claim, we have more to say. Our relation with Gaza is 250 years before the establishment of the United States. So it is not Turkish nationalism. It is not Ottoman nationalism. No, I am trying to give a lesson to Trump. Secondly, theological approach of Trump. Why Trump said this? His method is colonialism, but his aim, his objective is to open a discussion to cover the discussion on genocide in Gaza, and to our question, you know, in all of our Zoom meetings, Brother Ramzy, was how will we act against genocide in Gaza? Now, after Trump's statement, the question became, what will happen to Gaza people? People have forgotten almost this issue of genocide. His main aim is not only land of Gaza. His main aim is exclusive economic zone in Mediterranean region, because in front of Gaza, in the coast of Gaza, Leviathan natural gas basin have 800 billion cubic meter natural gas reserve. Some is in coast of Israel, but the rest is the most rich one is in front of Gaza. So they want to dominate not only Gaza, but Eastern Mediterranean natural resources. So in this context, I want to challenge to Trump, and also I want to challenge to Muslim leaders, Arab leaders. Why are you silent? Okay.
So if we could just focus on the Muslim and Arab leaders here for a second, and just following up on what you just said, can you share with us your perspective on what you consider to be appropriate Turkish political discourse on Palestine? What should that discourse be like? How can Turkey provide direct and tangible support to the Palestinian cause? And do you think Ankara does have any significant leverage against Israel and its supporters, mainly the United States?
Brother Ramzy, I am not a new politician. I am now a new statesman. Everybody knows my position vis-a-vis Palestine and Gaza. As chief advisor, when I hosted Khalid Meshal in 2006 after the electoral victory, many people attacked me. Bush administration also questioned my position at that time. Even in Turkey, many people attacked me because of hosting a terrorist, so-called terrorist organization. I talked to American side. I said, I sent a message, and I said this to American ambassador at that time, Ross Wilson. I said, there were 3 elections in 2005 and 6. Lebanese election, Iraqi election, Palestinian election. You celebrated Iraqi people for the victory of democracy. You congratulated Lebanese people for the victory of democracy. But in Palestine, you didn't recognize election in Palestine, despite of the reports, congressional reports, that election was fair and objective. So my approach is the destiny of Palestinians is in the hand of Palestinians, not in the hand of US, not in the hand of global powers, not even in the hand of Turkey or Türkiye or Arab states. They have their own destiny. Because of the respect, I was heavily criticized, but I consistently supported this. And then in almost all inter-Palestinian nation reconciliation approach, I mediated between Abbas, Khalid Meshal, between Hamas, Al-Fatih, because unity of Palestine is important. And in 2009 war, 2012, 2014 wars, I was personally involved as mediator. From Cairo to Damascus, I met with Hamas and Al-Fatih leaders, Egyptian leaders, etc. In this relation, especially 2012 and 2014, we work with Qatar, United States, and Egypt, and Türkiye together. And we had a leverage over the United States. Can you imagine, I mean, the 2012 war continued only 22 days because of our coordination with Hillary Clinton, Sheikh Hamad bin Jassim, she made pressure on Israeli side. We connected with Hamas side, and in 22 days we achieved ceasefire. In 2014 war in Paris, John Kerry, myself, and Khalid Atiyah, we met in American and Turkish embassies in Paris. The first ceasefire was declared. I think it continued 49 days. Why now it is more than a year and there is no real ceasefire? There is no peace after 16, 17 months.
Why do you think that is the case?
That is because there is no country making pressure on American side to convince Americans to make pressure on Israel. We have to know the fact that without American pressure, Israel doesn't accept ceasefire. In the past, Turkey had this power of convincing, this leverage in our hand because of our position. Prime Minister Erdogan said 1 minute in 2009, and Barack Obama came to Turkey as his first visit to Turkey and Egypt. Now, Trump doesn't need to come to doesn't feel to come to Turkey or Egypt or anywhere. Why? Because there is no voice of regional powers, including Türkiye. I am not satisfied with Turkish position today.
If you just could kindly allow me just to follow up on this particular point, Palestinians were indeed also dissatisfied with the Turkish position. They felt that the political discourse that elevated to the point of Erdogan calling Netanyahu Hitler and that sort of thing, but there did not seem to be any tangible policies, any real material pressure that is placed on Israel or on the United States. Why do you think this time around the Turkish government did not take the same decisive measures that were taken during your administration?
There are several reasons, but I want to share some of my views. After 7th of October 2023, after 1 week, I made a statement suggesting 10 urgent steps to be taken by Türkiye and Muslim countries. The first was closing the airspace to flights going to Israel, banning the trade, full economic sanctions to Israel, and closing the ports to Israeli side. Fourth, organizing a Friends of Palestine group, including South Africa, Brazil, etc. In fact, this was the first suggestion made like Hague group today. And I wrote letters to President Erdogan. I wrote letters to the leaders whom I know all over the world, including Putin, President Xi of China, German Prime Minister, Ramaphosa, South African President, Lula, Brazilian President, whom I had contact. And I had suggested the same thing. Take a joint step. Don't call only OIC meetings. OIC meetings must be organized and take steps, but make this issue as an issue of humanity. And I suggested to Turkish president, to Turkish government, that Turkey, Egypt, some Arab countries, especially Qatar, of course, United Arab Emirates, but from Latin America, Brazil, Colombia, Bolivia, from Africa, Namibia, South Africa, from Asia, Malaysia, etc., form a group, Friends of Palestine, Muslims, Christians, Jews, all of them, like our Global Conscious Initiative, you are part of it. But unfortunately, some leaders like President Lula, some of them replied to me, and I was invited to South Africa in an anti-apartheid conference on Palestine. So I uploaded South African position, Brazilian position. No other country, especially Turkey and Arab countries, did taken such a step. In 2012, 2014, we were telling to American side, if you do not pressurize on Israel, we will be implementing certain policies. Today, there is no such a voice from any capital of Muslim countries. I am ashamed of this attitude of all regional countries. Therefore, with this breaking heart, I raised my voice. And this was well received by Arabs, Turks, Malaysians all over the world. I received many messages, positive messages. This is not Turkish nationalism. This is not Ottoman expansionism. I am a Turk. My grandfather fought in Gaza. Four Turkish presidents, Atatürk, İsmet İnönü, Cemal Gürsel, and Cevdet Sunay. They fought in Gaza. People do not know this. People have forgotten this. And when I circulated the İzzettin Kassam video, it had a shocking impact in Turkey as well. Many people in Turkey was thinking İzzettin Kassam is a living terrorist today, so-called. I told them İzzettin Kassam was a soldier in Ottoman army. He supported Ottoman in Libya, went to Libya against Italians, fought against British, fought against French. It was not a Turkish or Arab issue. It was defending our lands, especially Jerusalem. The key and the main obstacle of everything is Jerusalem, Jerusalem, Jerusalem. And when Erdogan met with Netanyahu in September 2023, I openly criticized him. I said, you shouldn't shake his hand until Masjid al-Aqsa is being free without any attack. Months and months, Masjid al-Aqsa was invaded before 7th of October. There was no voice from everywhere. But people, if they follow in all of my speeches in Turkish parliament, I said, a storm is coming. Now, what is Turkish leverage? Again, I am calling, why Turkey is not present in Hague Group? Why Egypt is not present in Hague Group? Why Jordan? Why Saudi Arabia? Why United Arab Emirates? Why Qatar? Join hand in hand with all the leaders of humanity against Israeli expansionism. Today, Palestine and Gaza. Tomorrow, Syria or Lebanon. Next day, Sinai. The other day, Jordan. There is no end of this neo-imperial colonial expansionism. Instead of making this as an issue between Turks and Arabs or Ottomans, this is an issue between humanity and Israel. Turkey can do a lot of things. You know, I protested 8 months trade with Israel. One of our members of our parliamentary group passed away when he was speaking on Gaza, trade with Israel.
I do remember
he passed
that,
away.
yeah.
He's a martyr, like he's from our group. Why was he so, anxious so that his heart was not able to resist? Because our heart is burning, Ramzy. Brother Ramzy, our heart is burning. Those who are criticizing me, they have to bring their own proposals. Yes, if it is Turkish, let's say Ottomanism, why the other countries do not say, Gaza, we can transfer the control of Gaza until the establishment of a Palestinian state? I didn't say Palestine, Gaza should be part of Turkey. No, I said three things. If you claim Gaza belongs to Americans, it doesn't belong to you. Second method, I said Palestinians should make a referendum. To whom, if some country would control Palestine?
I guess, Your Excellency, if you don't mind me just interrupting here for a second, I think it's just the word referendum there that kind of sparked the discussion or the debate, because prior to that it was understood as, um, of course, Turkey has a great deal of moral authority in the Arab world, a great deal of profound and deep history and historical connections. But the word referendum made it sound and kind of gave fodder to those who just wanted to exploit the situation, as if you are indeed leading a political initiative where you actually want Gazans to go and vote regarding joining Turkey or not.
Yes.
Is this something you were actually, is
Yes.
this something you
For
actually
example,
meant?
now I can suggest to Arab leaders, Arab League, what I am saying, decision for the future of Palestine, decision belongs to Palestinians. For example, Arab League may take a decision, asking Palestinians to make a referendum, and until the end of, until the real establishment of Palestine, it could be under the support, I don't want to say control, support of Arab League forces, Arab League countries, Arab League coordination. What I am saying, it is not the end of Palestinian state. No. You know, Brother Ramzy, very well, when Mahmoud Abbas came to Turkey to speak in President Abbas in Turkish parliament, one day before that, I sent a tweet, and personally I wrote a letter to him. And I said, please, President Abbas, I was with you in UN General Assembly in 2012 when Palestine was recognized as a non-member status state of UN. You are president of Palestine. Ask UN to protect you. You want to go to your own territory. Declare that you want to visit Gaza as the president of state of Palestine. And he accepted this. He made a call from Turkish parliament that he wants to visit Gaza. Why did I say this? We have to show that Gaza belongs to Palestinians. Not I am, admiring President Abbas' position or what is difference between Hamas and Abbas and Al-Fatih. This is not my business. Our mission now is to say Palestinians, you are not alone, Palestinians. Palestinians, brothers and sisters, like my grandfather, I am ready to fight for you on the ground. Nobody can colonize Palestine. Nobody can decide on behalf of Palestinians for the destiny of Palestine. This is my statement. If somebody doesn't like it, they should say the same thing for Arab countries. Gaza belongs to Palestinians and Arab countries. We are ready to protect Gazans until Palestinian state is being established. Or OIC can take such a decision. OIC can take such a decision saying that Jerusalem, what is the mission of OIC? The constitution of OIC says the capital, the headquarters of OIC is in Jerusalem. For the temporarily it is now in Jeddah, and OIC, Organization of Islamic Countries, was established when there was an attack against Masjid al-Aqsa. So the purpose of the emergence of OIC, existence of OIC is Masjid al-Aqsa. Why are you silent? Say, take a decision.
Do you think they will be meeting? Do you think the OIC will be meeting soon on regarding Trump and his comments regarding the ownership of Gaza? I mean, we know that the Arab League is meeting, but do you think the OIC will hold a meeting as well?
I wish, if I was in a position to decide, I would call OIC, but not just to talk, not just to make declaration. Sending last year, the day of Nakba, 15th of May, last year, I sent a letter to OIC leaders, whom I know, asking them to organize a special session of UN General Assembly and give a deadline to Israel. What should be the deadline? Many Arab and Muslim countries normalize relations with Israel. OIC must come together and they make such a clear declaration. They will say, until you withdraw all the forces from Gaza, until you withdraw from your forces from West Bank, from East Jerusalem, we will never continue normalization process. Point. We will never and tell this to United States. Write a letter to Trump. Do you want you are declaring Israel is being normalized like Abrahamic Accord. All those countries who are declaring Abrahamic Accord must declare that this has ended until Palestinian state is being established with full authority. No Muslim country will have any relation, any direct or indirect relation, direct or indirect trade with Israel. Now Muslim countries are much stronger, but I don't see any leader like King Faisal in 1973, 1974, in 1970s, declaring that, yes, for Jerusalem, oil embargo, everything. Why? Because many of these countries just want to cooperate with US or other countries for their own interest. Good news, I want to say something. Today, because of Trump's position should not be seen just limited to Gaza. Trump wants to destroy all UN system, which emerged after the pains of Second World War and after the pains of Nazi racism. Now, they are threatening, with rendering the effectiveness of UN Human Rights Council, UNRWA, World Trade Organization, World Health Organization, all these institutions now is under threat. So this is the end of world order, if there was such an order before. Why we have national allies now? For example, EU countries are very disturbed. They supported, German Prime Minister supported Netanyahu after 7th of October, but now even German Prime Minister is criticizing Trump. Many European countries, of course, I praise Spanish Prime Minister. I sent letter to him. He sent reply to me. I admire Spanish, Irish, Norwegian, Swedish, Finnish, Belgian positions. Now, we should not make this as Muslim or Arab or Turkish issue. Latin American countries, all of them are natural ally. Belize, a small country, only 400,000 people, doesn't have natural resource. But Belize resisted in Hague. Why not other, where are other Muslim countries? And African countries are natural allies. Today, there is an emergence, as you, in our last meeting of Global Conscious Initiative, from 30 different countries, at least there were participants. There is a rising global conscious against this neo-imperial colonialism. Gaza is a symbol now. Gaza is a symbol. I know when I said this statement, I knew that there would be attack, not only from Arabs. In Turkey, some Turkish nationalists, they attacked me. They said, Arabs betrayed us in First World War. Why are you trying to spend Turkish, energy or money or anything, Turkey? Why should we taking care of Gaza? I told them, the founder of Turkish Republic, Atatürk, fought in Gaza. The second president, third president, fifth president fought in Gaza. Why are I saying? Our destiny is same, brother Ramzy. There is no Arab destiny anymore. There is no Turkish destiny. There is no Palestinian or Iranian or Kurdish destiny. There is only one destiny in our region. Unity, unity, unity against this Israeli expansionism and Christian evangelical theological approach of Trump. Otherwise, all of us, we will be at risk.
I want to bring our viewers' attention to a very important and lengthy, but it's definitely worth reading statement that you've issued on January 16th. You tweeted a message of solidarity with the Palestinian people, stating that the heroic Palestinian people who have been struggling for human dignity and freedom in Gaza have forced the genocidal Israeli state and its collaborators to declare a ceasefire. You also pledged your unwavering support for Palestine, promising that, quote, from the river to the sea, free Palestine would be established. Giving this strong stance and everything that you have said in this interview, and again, thank you very much for taking the time. I think it would be fair to say that this remains your position today and that your recent comments are indeed in alignment with your ongoing commitment to the Palestinian cause and to Palestinian independence. Yes?
Thank you. Thank you very much. A last word, Brother Ramzy. The people of Gaza, people of Palestine as a whole, for 17 months now, they have been resisting against one of the most technologically advanced army of the world. Not only Israeli, British, American navies are there. In 1967, Israel defeated 4 Arab countries in 6 days. For 17 months, Israel was not able, not only Israel, US and others, was not able to defeat these heroic Palestinian people. I salute all of them. Our heart is there. I am Turkish, yes, ethnically. I am successor state, Turkish Republic citizen, yes. But today I am Palestinian. Tomorrow I am Palestinian. Day after tomorrow I am someone from Kudüs-i Sharif. I will be having Palestinian identity until Jerusalem becomes free, until Masjid al-Aqsa becomes free, until state of Palestine with full sovereignty be member of United Nations. Until that time, I will continue to be Palestinian, as here Turkish flag and Palestinian flag are together. They are not different. They are the same flag for us, like the flag of other innocent people all over the world. That will continue. Whoever criticizes me, most welcome. I am a scholar. Anybody can criticize. But they should understand my sentiment, my idea, my approach, my strategy. And until and unless we develop a common strategy against Trump's this arrogant neo-colonialism, we cannot survive in our countries. May Allah help Palestinian people. And I again commemorate and salute all martyrs of Palestine.
Inshallah. Your Excellency, Professor Davutoğlu, thank you again for your
Most
time
welcome.
today and for
Most welcome.
sharing your invaluable insight. Your efforts for Gaza and Palestine continue to inspire many. To our viewers and our listeners, thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Floodgate podcast. If you appreciate the content, don't forget to like, share, and interact with our episodes so we can continue bringing you such important and quality discussions like this one. This has been Ramzy Baroud. See you all next time.